Challenges to democracy. We should learn about political reforms. Thinking about political reforms. Generally, all the suggestions or proposals about overcoming various challenges to democracy are called democracy reform or political reform. Let us think of some broad guidelines that can be kept in mind while devising ways and means for political reforms in India. It is very tempting to think of legal ways of reforming politics, to think of new laws to ban undesirable things. But this temptation needs to be resisted. No doubt, law has an important role to play in political reform. Carefully devised changes in law can help to discourage wrong political practices and encourage good ones. But legal constitutional changes by themselves cannot overcome challenges to democracy. The democratic reforms are to be carried out mainly by political activists, parties, movements, and politically conscious citizens. Any legal change must carefully look at what results it will have on politics. Sometimes the result may be counterproductive. For example, many states have banned people who have more than 2 children from contesting panchayat elections. This has resulted in denial of democratic opportunity to many poor and women, which was not intended. Generally, laws that seek to ban something are not very successful in politics. Laws that give political actors incentives to do good things have more chances of working. The best laws are those which empower people to carry out democratic reforms. The Right to Information Act is a good example of a law that empowers the people to find out what is happening in government and act as watchdogs of democracy. Such a law helps to control corruption and supplements that existing laws that banned corruption and impose strict penalties. Democratic reforms are to be brought about principally through the political practice. Therefore, the main focus of political reform should be on ways to strengthen democratic practice. As we discussed in the chapter on political parties, the most important concern should be to increase and improve the quality of political participation by ordinary citizens. Any proposal for political reform should think not only about what is a good solution, but also about who will implement it and how. It is not very wise to think that the legislature will pass legislation that go against the interest of all the political parties and MPs. But measures that rely on democratic movements, citizens' organizations, and the media are likely to succeed. Let us keep these general guidelines in mind and look at some specific instances of challenges to democracy that require some measures of reform. Let us try to come up with some concrete proposals of reform. Till then, keep learning.